Namaste, everyone, and welcome to today's yoga session. Let's begin, as always, in a seated, comfortable position. Find a cross legged position and make any variation that you need to make, any adjustments. Allow the spine to become erect, let the shoulders relax. You can also lift your shoulders up, back, and down, and then you can place your palms. Stack them on top of each other in your lap, like me, or you can place the back of your palms on the knees. Option to make Gyan Mudra with your hands. Feel free to make any modifications and find that stillness at the physical level, where the body is seated comfortably without moving, without discomfort, without any tension in any part of the body. See if you can allow a free movement of the breath, letting the air go in and out based on the body's internal rhythm. We are simply witnessing this natural flow of breath. And as you pay attention to the breath, see if you can feel the rest of the body from within. Feel the aliveness in your hands, legs, hips. See if you can sense a flow of energy in and around the spine. Notice any sensations that you feel on any part of the body. The more you allow this free movement of energy, you should start to feel a sense of lightness and ease, a sort of opening up of the body. Continue observing and witnessing all of this along with your breath, and see if you can also add the sounds around you, paying full attention to every sound, and most importantly, the sound within you. See if you can tune in to that subtle sound of silence, which is always reverberating inside the body. Ask yourself, in this moment, am I purely a witness of all my sensations and thoughts? Or am I somewhere identified or associated with these thoughts, with the sensations? In other words, are you the one who is thinking, who is feeling, who is experiencing? Or are you the one who is watching the thought happen, who is watching the sensation happen? Slowly transition from this state of natural breathing to taking deeper and longer breaths, filling in your lungs and belly with fresh oxygen. Take 5 deep and full breaths at your own pace. Once you finish, go back to your natural breath and feel the energy that you got moving through these deep breaths. Gently we'll bring the palms together in front of the chest. And for a few moments, just rub your palms, generate some good amount of heat between the palms. Place the base of your palms on the eyes, massaging the eyes gently. Blink open your eyes, looking into your palms, and relax your hands now. So let's begin with some warm-ups and some movements of the body. Then we transition into pranayama and meditation. So first, we will just warm up the hips using Chakki Chalanasana. So for that, you can come into a wide-legged seated position like this. Gentle bend in the knees is fine, but try to keep your legs engaged. Don't just let the legs be passive. Try to keep your back straight as much as possible. Breathe. Now, throughout the movement, the hands will be stretched out, fingers intertwined. So do not bend your elbows at any point. Now, inhale. As you exhale, lean forward. Inhale, start to move to one side, lean back, and complete the circle like that. So try to synchronize your inhalations and exhalations. You want to be exhaling when you lean forward, inhaling when you lean back. Try to make big circles. You can visualize that you're working on a stone grinder. And see if you can feel that movement coming from the hips. Last 3 rounds here before we change directions. Now reverse the direction. Keep breathing through it. Last 3 rounds. And once you finish, relax the hands. Place your palms behind you, fingers pointing forward. Shake it out. Deep breaths. Now bring the soles of your feet together in Baddha Konasana. Draw your feet towards you. We'll just stay here for a few seconds first. Straighten the spine. Intertwine the fingers. Wrap it around the feet. Pull it close. And now just start flapping the legs. When you breathe, see if you can feel the breath or the energy going into your hips. Gently allow them to open up. Now stop the movement. Draw the feet away from you slightly and hold your feet, thumb inside, fingers outside. We'll just deepen this stretch by straightening the back and then reaching forward as if you're moving from your chest, trying to bring your chest forward. And use your elbows to push the legs down. So keep reaching forward like that. And then when you cannot do that anymore, you can relax your head down. Let it reach towards the feet. Breathe. And now slowly rise up. Come back up. And come back to a seated position. We'll do a few neck rotations. So let your neck fall down. Move to one side. Take it back. Complete the circle. So in a very slow, orderly movement, try to get that deep stretch in all the directions. Reverse the direction. One last round. Once you finish, relax. Now we'll transition into the tabletop position. So you can just swing your legs behind you and find that tabletop position. Palms under the shoulders, knees under the hips, legs untucked, parallel, neutral spine. Look towards the front of the mat. Take a few moments here. Feel your connection with earth. See if your weight is equally distributed between the palms and the knees. Now look forward slightly. We'll just do some wrist rotations first. So stretch your left arm forward, make a fist, and do some wrist rotations. Reverse the direction, place it back down. Right hand, reverse the direction, and place it back down. We'll do some cat and cow stretches now. So drop your belly, arch your back as you look up, inhale. As you exhale, round your spine, chin to the chest, suck your belly in. Inhale, arch. Exhale, hunch. Try to lead with your tailbone. Tailbone is lifting up when you arch the back, and tailbone is tucking in when you hunch. Now, this time when you arch your back, we'll hold it for a few seconds. Keep the tailbone lifted up, shoulders away from ears, face relaxed. Continue breathing. And then when you exhale, round your spine, chin to the chest, suck your belly in. Hold the pose, not the breath. And slowly, as you inhale, come back to the neutral tabletop position. From here, we'll move into spinal balance. So stretch your right leg behind you first. Take a few moments here, warm up your leg. Take the heel back and forth. Feel that stretch in the hamstring muscles. Now stop the movement, lift it up. Try to keep it parallel. Stretch your left arm forward. Try to find stillness in this pose. Try not to tighten any part of the body. Engage your core muscles. 3, 2, 1. Bring it back. Same thing on the other side. Stretch your left leg behind you. Warm it up. Stop the movement. Lift it up. Find that balance and then stretch your right arm forward. Feel that extension in the spine. Comfortable breathing. Don't let any part of the body be passive. And slowly back to the tabletop position. Just breathe. And we'll move into the puppy pose now. So walk your palms forward and just bring your chest and forehead down. Take a few moments, allow your hands to rest. Try to push your hips back slightly. As you inhale, lift your head, neck, and shoulders. Come back to the tabletop position. We'll transition into a first downward facing dog. So step forward with your palms slightly. Make sure the fingers are spread wide. Tuck your toes. Push the hips back. Lift the knees. Reach the heels down. Tailbone lifts up towards the ceiling. Breathe. Slowly bring your hips parallel to the ground, coming into a plank position. Adjust your legs if you need to. Now let the hips come down towards the ground. Untuck the toes. Upward facing dog. Slightly look up. Over here, see if you can take the knees off the floor. Comfortable breathing. Now place the knees down, back to the tabletop, and we'll move into child's pose. So keep your knees where they are. Just push the hips back and relax your forehead down. You can make some adjustments. Feel free to increase the distance between the knees. Sometimes that feels good. Lift your head, neck, and shoulders back to the tabletop position. This time we will do the cat and cow stretch, but we will add some leg raises. So this is also called tiger pose. Then we'll keep the knee bend. So I'll show you with the right leg first, arching the back and lifting the leg up. When you hunch the back, the knee comes towards the forehead. So keep moving like that. You can even try and touch the knee with the forehead. But if that doesn't happen, that's okay. No need to push, but do it more with control. Last round on both sides. And then back to the tabletop position. Same thing on the other side. Lifting the left knee up. Move at your own pace. Last round on both sides. Back to the tabletop position. And let's relax in child's pose once again. This time we'll move into extended child's pose. So increase the distance between your knees. Let the big toes touch. Push the hips back. Walk your palms forward. Forehead down. You can do some wrist rotations here if you want. Deep and long breaths. Lift your head, neck, and shoulders. Back to the tabletop position. One more sequence over here. We'll go back to downward facing dog first. Take a step forward with the palms. Tuck your toes, lift the knees. Reaching the hips up, heels down. Your head is in between the biceps. Take deep and long breaths. Lift your right leg up. Coming into three-legged dog. Now bend the knee and bring the knee forward towards your forehead. And then step your right foot forward. So you can take your time. You can also walk the foot forward like I'm doing right now. Place the left knee down and left toe out. Finding Ashwa Sanchalanasana, low lunge position. You're supporting yourself with your fingertips. Try to lift your chest up. Look forward. Sink the hips down. Now we'll add a twist to this movement. First, take your hands off the floor. Stay here for a few seconds. Now bring your hands at shoulder level. And now twist on the right. See if you can bring the left hand outside the right knee like this. And then the right hand goes up. So how much ever this is possible, try to bring that knee, the right knee towards the left armpit as much as possible. Find that twist. Slowly come back. So another way of doing it would be palms together and we take the left elbow outside the right knee and twist. So you can try that too. Slowly come back. Fingers down. Tuck the back toe. Lift the knee. Right leg back. Find your downward facing dog. Bring the hips down. Plank position. Bring the hips down further. Upward facing dog. Untuck the toes here. And then tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Lift your left leg up. Bend the knee, bring the left knee towards the forehead, and then step your left foot forward. Take your time, right knee down, right toe out. Ashwa Sanchalanasana. Lift your chest and shoulders, sink the hips. Keep breathing. And then we try those twists. So first, take your hands off the floor. Arms at shoulder level, twist on the left side this time. Try to take the right arm outside the left knee, lifting the left arm up. Find that twist. You can use your hands for adjustment. Try to bring the left knee as close as possible to the right armpit. Slowly come back. And let's try the other way of doing this twist. Palms together. Right elbow comes outside the left knee and twist. Just breathe. Slowly come back. Hands down. Tuck the back toe. Lift the knee. Take the left leg back. Downward facing dog. Breathe. Slowly bring the hips down in plank. We'll hold in plank. Lift your right leg up. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2. Bring it down. Other leg. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Bring the hips down. Untuck the toes. Upward facing dog. Shoulders away from ears. See if you can take the knees off the floor. Now push the hips back. This time we'll go into child's pose, regular child's pose. So keep the knees close together. Lean forward. And you may take your hands back, palms facing up. If this doesn't feel good, you can stretch your arms forward. Slowly rise up and see if you can sit in Vajrasana for a few seconds. So Vajrasana is like this, also known as Thunderbolt pose. So there are two different ways. I'll show it to you like this. So either your heels and your legs will be in this V shape, or you can bring the heels directly under the sit bones. So generally, this sit bone to heel contact is good, but for today, we'll just do this V shape, letting the heels come on the side, the buttocks are resting in between. Now from this place, we'll do a pose which is a deep stretch for the ankles. So be careful if you have very tight ankles, or if you feel like that's too much, then just support yourself as you do this. So the support will be, you can use your hands on the side, and in the pose, what we're doing is we're just lifting the knees up like this, keeping the back straight. So you might already feel a deep stretch in the ankles. If you feel that you're comfortable here, see if you can take the hands off the floor, palms together in front of the chest, back is straight. Find that balance and breathe. Slowly, with the support of your hands, come back. Now stay here. Make sure there is some room behind you on the mat. and we will transition into hero's pose, Virasana. So for that, we make some space between the heels and the ankles. So the right foot comes to the right, left one comes to the left, and with the support of your hands, see if you can sit down between your feet. If it's too much on the hips, then support yourself with your hands. And you may also place something under your buttocks, a pillow or a cushion or a block. But if you're able to relax, go down. Now, make some adjustments if you need to. Check your knees. It's not that your knees should be very far apart. So try to draw the knees towards each other. That'll deepen the stretch. Now, a few variations here. First of all, try to keep your back straight. Secondly, you can walk your palms back, be on your palms. Next variation, come down on the forearms maybe. When you do that, you can also let your head fall back, find that curve in the spine. This is a variation of the fish pose, Matsyasana. Last variation, you can just lie down on your back and maybe stretch your arms over the head. Feel that deep stretch. So you need not do all of these variations. Find the one that works best for you. Find the one that feels good for the body and stick with it. Always pay attention to what your body needs. Deep and long breaths. And slowly you will start coming out of the pose. So if you had gone all the way, first come back up on your forearms. Breathe. Come back on the palms. Straighten the spine. And now with the support of your hands, you may relax and come to a cross-legged position. Feel free to take a quick break if you want, maybe a sip of water. So now we move into pranayama and meditation, deeper stillness. Find a comfortable position. Palms can either be in the lap or on the knees. Try to keep the spine straight. You may close your eyes. As soon as you close your eyes, let the body be very still. And when that happens, notice the sudden expansion and stillness that you feel. The mind might be active, and that's okay. The most important thing is to allow yourself to be the way you are in this moment. Whatever is the state of the mind or the emotions or the thoughts or the feelings in this moment, bring complete acceptance and surrender, allowing yourself to feel and be. Through this acceptance and acknowledgement, you are expanding yourself more and more, making space for anything that comes up. Simply because we are trying to meditate doesn't mean we need to push the thoughts away, or doesn't mean that we have to forcefully control the thoughts somehow. It simply means that we are making space for whatever comes up. So if the mind is bringing thoughts, we respond by saying in the mind or thinking, that's okay, there is space for you as well. And in that way, you acknowledge the thought, but from that moment, you go back to being the witness instead of continuing that train of thought. And for this practice, the breath can be very helpful because when you just continue directing your attention towards the breath, you root yourself in the present moment. Whereas the thinking mind requires you to be in the past or the future. So, for the next couple of minutes, let us try to stay rooted with the breath in the present moment. Slowly, you can blink open your eyes, keeping the body still. Let half of your attention be on the screen or on my words, but continue to be rooted with your breath. In other words, continue to feel the movement of the breath in every moment. So, we will now move into practicing Kapalbhati. Kapalbhati requires forceful exhalations, also known as bellow breathing. Our belly moves in and in every time we exhale, like this. So we will do it slowly like this at this pace. We will do up to 40 to 50 rounds. And then as soon as the last breath goes, find that space of breathlessness. So for a few moments, as soon as you finish, the body will not have any need to breathe in or out. So try to just enjoy and experience that state of breathlessness until the body gives you a signal that it wants to breathe in now. Then you breathe in and carry on with natural breath. So let's begin around 40 to 50 rounds at a slow pace. You can blink open your eyes whenever you finish. We will do one more round, this time at a faster pace. And this time you're welcome to go up to 100 rounds, but never push the body whenever, as you are doing it, whenever the body tells you this is it, you just stop, go into that breathless state, and then continue with your meditation. So let's begin. Slowly blink open your eyes. Before we move on, let us just move the body a little bit. So from your seated position, we'll just do a few simple twists. Inhale, lift your hands up, extend the spine. Exhale, twist on the right side. Right hand goes back, left hand to the right knee. Twist and look back. Inhale back to the center. Exhale, twist on the other side. Two more times on each side. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Do it at your own pace. No need to follow my rhythm. Listen to the body. And once you finish, relax back. Find stillness again in your body. Take your time. We will transition now into Anulom Vilom. So with your right hand, you can just fold your forefinger and the middle finger. The thumb will be used to block the right nostril, the ring finger and the pinky to block the left. This is also called alternate nostril breathing. So just wait for my instructions. Keep your hand in front of your face. Inhale with both nostrils now. Exhale with both. Inhale on the left side. Exhale on the right. Inhale on the right. Exhale on the left. Keep moving like this. Inhale on the left. Exhale on the right. Inhale on the right. Exhale on the left. Continue at your own pace. Finish the last round with an exhalation on the left side. When you finish, just breathe in and out with both the nostrils. Can you notice the emanation of the background awareness, consciousness, spaciousness, stillness. It doesn't matter what name we give it. The most important thing is it shouldn't remain an abstract idea in your mind. It should be a living reality in this moment. Can you feel that background expansiveness, that inner spaciousness? Can you feel the presence of something beyond the body, beyond the mind? Maybe beyond is not the right word. It is beyond, but it's also in the background. So the deeper and the subtler we go within ourselves, we find this dimension, which is within the body and the mind, but also it transcends the body and mind. So you can continue to be in meditation for the next couple of minutes, or you can also choose to lie down on your back, relaxing into Shavasana, but staying alert and awake. No matter which position you are in, the practice is always to keep your attention on the breath, sustain it for as long as possible without getting lost in your thoughts. If you find yourself lost in any kind of thought, without any judgment and with a lot of compassion, gently bring your attention back to the breath. If you have chosen to be in Shavasana, invite some movement in your body. Stretch your arms over the head. Give yourself a full body stretch. Bend the knees. Roll over to any one side and support yourself. Come back up to a seated position. Take your time. Once you settle down, let's finish with a few moments of gratitude. Palms together, gently bowing the head down, surrendering to the higher power within us, the source of all creation, the unmanifested dimension within us, bowing down, surrendering to it, and feeling grateful and thankful for all of this manifested reality that we have received, this form, this body, this mind, the community, the family, the friends, for coming in contact with the beautiful spiritual teachings of yoga, and for having this possibility of transformation where we are not slaves to our mental and karmic patterns, for having the possibility of breaking free of this bondage through right knowledge, discretion, practices, and most importantly, awareness. May we all receive the benefits of today's practice. Namaste. Thank you.